Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today in this video we're going to take a look at this digital aquarium thermometer with a one touch feature. So basically you have to touch the screen on the thermometer once and it will display you the current temperature of your tank. Now I've seen this sold with different brand names in different countries, but the one that I've got is branded as Nepal, and as you can see they're also calling it a patch thermometer because you can stick this outside your tank like a patch and it will display you the tank temperature. At the back of the box you can see this is what is written. So it can measure temperature from range up to 0 to 60 degrees Celsius. That means you can't measure temperatures in negative. That means you can't use this thermometer for refrigeration. Anyways, without any further delay, let me just open the box and see how it looks from inside. So as you can see, there's not much inside the box. You get a small plastic cover, plastic casing, and inside that you will get the thermometer itself. So let me keep the box aside for now. And this is how it looks. This is a circular size, and if you look at the back, there is your 3M double-sided tape which you will have to peel and stick this outside your tank. Now this is not waterproof, so make sure that you are not putting this inside your tank. This goes outside your tank and you stick this on the glass of your tank. And to check the temperature, all you will have to do is press it here. This is a touch screen, so you have to just press it once and it will display the temperature. Once you read the temperature, it will turn itself off after 5 seconds. So that's very quick and that's very nice because it will save the battery in the long run. Again, you can press it here. It will display you the current temperature, which is at the moment 25.7 degrees Celsius. Now this is available in two different shapes, I believe. One is circular, which is this one, and I also bought another one, which is this one. So as you can see, this is in white color. In a square shape. It does the same thing. You press it here and it will display you the current temperature. I was holding this in my hand, so it is displaying a little bit more temperature than this one, but over time they will equalize and show you the correct temperature. Now at the back of each thermometer you will see that there is a small metallic part which is the thermal probe, which will touch your glass, aquarium glass, and will give you the measurement of your tank. Now one thing I didn't like about this thermometer is that it is very difficult to replace the battery. So unlike many other thermometers that I've tested in the past, such as this one, this is one of the first thermometer that I bought. It has drifted a lot because this is really old, maybe 5 to 6 years old. In this I can easily replace the battery. As you can see, the battery compartment is right here and it is easily accessible. I can simply take this off like that, replace the battery. It takes LR44 battery, which is easily available. I can close this down and I can use this again and again. The other thermometer that I bought is this one is from paizoo. This is also aquarium thermometer. Now this one goes inside your tank, so this is waterproof, and again I can replace the battery by rotating it here and replacing the battery, and it will again start working again. I can use it again and again. However, on these ones, although I know what batteries these take, they usually take your computer motherboard style battery like CR2032. But the problem is, as you can see on this model, there is a lot of scuff mark, is because I was trying to open it and I tried different screwdrivers, guitar picks, but I was not able to open this. So I did not want to break this just yet, even though as you can see I tried my best, but I was not able to open this without breaking the back part. So what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to use them as long as the battery lasts, and once the battery is gone, then I will go full brute force and then open it somehow. Now, like I always do in my videos, let us measure the size of this thermometer. So I've got my tape measure here. Let's start from the square one. Starting from here, as you can see, this is a little smaller than 2 inches, as you can see there. And if you measure the thickness of the thermometer, you can see this is about 10 centimeters. So this is square in size, and if you take a look at the other one, this is almost 2 inches, as you can see. Just a little smaller than 2 inches, and if I put them side by side, you can see this is how they looks from the side profile. The circular one is a little bigger in the diameter, and this is how they look side by side. So there is that. Okay, so now let us talk about some of the positive and negatives about these heaters. The positive is being that this is very easy to read. As you can see, the display is backlit. It lights up in the night, so you will be able to see what it is displaying. However, problem with these ones, the older one, is that it's very difficult to see at night. The advantage of this one is that this is always on. So even if I'm far away from my tank, I can quickly glance over my tank and I can read the temperature without having to come up to my tank and pressing the button. And this is especially important when you have multiple tanks. Let's say you have 10 different tanks, you have these thermometers, you want to check temperature on each of them, you will have to go to each tank, press the button, and you'll have to do that as many tanks as you have. So if you have 10 tanks, you will have to do this 10 times. However, if you have these type of thermometer or this type of thermometer, all you will have to do is just take a quick peek at your tank thermometer, and you will be able to tell the temperature without having to go up to your tank in close proximity. The other advantage of these thermometers is that they have a really clean look. They look really nice on your tank, and they give your tank a really modern look. So if you have a clean setup, you can simply put this on your tank, and that your tank will instantly look really modern. The other thing is that the resolution of the display is also very good. This is not like a cheap display, and this is backlit, so it lights up, looks really nice. Anyways, that's pretty much about the thermometer. So let me just stick this on a tank and see how they perform and how they compare to other thermometer such as this one. I bought this recently, so I will be using this to compare the temperature on these two. So let me just put them on a tank and see how they perform. Alright guys, so here's a small tank. In this tank I've got some java moss, a couple of plants there, and very small fish. One of the fish is sticking at the back, you can see there. In this tank I've added a small digital heater, and at the moment that heater is displaying 26 degrees Celsius, and here is our digital thermometer that we've just bought. So let me just remove the sticker from the back of the thermometer. There we go. And one thing about the placement of any thermometer is that you want to place the heater somewhere in the middle, not at the very top, not at the very bottom. Bottom is fine, middle is fine, but not at the very top. And the reason for that is because who knows, maybe in future you want to drain the tank to half, or maybe you want to treat this tank as a half tank. Maybe you're growing some plants. That way, if you put this heater on the top, you won't be able to use the heater if you're only keeping the water level half. So putting somewhere in the middle is a decent bet all the time. So I'm going to be putting this somewhere here or somewhere here, so that I can also see the temperature display of my heater as well. So let me just place it there. I think that looks fine. I'm going to press this down really hard from all the corners. Right, now that is done. We'll come back after 15 minutes and see whether this is displaying accurate temperature or not. At the moment you can see my heater is displaying 26 degrees Celsius, and this is now displaying 26.5, and that's because I was holding this in my hand. Now we'll come back after 15 minutes and we'll see how the digital thermometer is displaying the temperature. And also this container is made with plastic, so this will also tell us how well this works on a plastic container as well. So now we'll come back after 15 minutes. Alright, so checking in after about 21 minutes, let's take a look at what is the temperature on our thermometer. And as you can see, it is reading 25.7 degrees Celsius, and our aquarium heater is now displaying 26 degrees Celsius. So that is fairly accurate. Now remember one thing, your heater placement and your thermometer placement will give you different reading. If I were to put this thermometer on the top of this tank, this will give me higher reading on the thermometer. And if I were to put this somewhere at the bottom of the tank, this will give me a lower reading. And that's because the warmer water rises up and the colder water usually stays at the bottom of the tank. So because we've put this thermometer fairly in the middle of the tank, this is fairly, we can say that this could be the temperature of our tank. And 0.3 degree variance is not a big deal, so that's a fairly accurate heater and very easy to use. The display, as you can see, even this bright lighting all around, you can see is still readable. And at the moment the room temperature in this room is about 22.8 degrees Celsius is the room temperature. So whatever temperature that it is now reading is coming from the tank itself. So there we go. This was my video on this digital aquarium one touch thermometer, available in two different design. One is round, the other one is square. I hope you find this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.